Hello, I'm Charles Lowther, and this is Askham Hall. My and my sister Mary Louisa's old family home, and now is an award-winning restaurant with rooms. Over the next 12 months, we're going to be showing you around and showing you what goes into running this place, the people that work here, our lives, how and where we get our food from, and what goes into creating this wonderful atmosphere. Morning, Gregor.
Morning, Charles. You well?
Morning. Yeah,
hello,
come on in.
darling. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, Charles. Really good. Thanks very much.
You've been with us at what, nearly 35 years?
Oh, well, no, I retired here at 40 years.
40 years, sorry.
And then now it's 47, so we've been with the family for 47 years. Can't be bad, eh?
How many brothers are you?
I've 5 brothers.
5 brothers, and how many of them are gamekeepers?
There's 4 of them were all gamekeepers.
Your dad?
Deer stalkers. My dad was a head deer stalker, and my dad got me a job as a gamekeeper deer stalker, and I've been on several estates, and then I spent 40 years with Lord Lonsdale, Charles's father.
Taught me to shoot.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
my first
Charles,
ever.
his first present, and we stood in front of his dad doing it as well, which was really, remember that? At the bottom of Baxter Eye.
I'd love to know a bit about this tweed.
Well, this of course is the Lonsdale tweed, which was created by the Yellow Earl. Nowhere else you can have this. It's made especially for the estate, and it blends in well with the surroundings on the hill, and when you're stalking it's just like a grey stone crawling about.
I just wear my leggings and overalls from being out on the farm.
Nice and noisy.
Yeah.
This was clear felled, of course, it's an ideal area to place a high seat, and we built it just for 2 of us to get in, and we actually do control the deer from this high seat. This got planted 2 years ago, and the young Sitka, which has been planted, is the main crop for this wood. Are very, very, very delicate. When this birch goes back and the leaves are off, the deer will go for the juiciest thing in this wood, and that's the young Sitka. Whilst we're trying to establish the commercial crop of trees, and we've got to keep the deer population under control. Here's one. Just put your hand behind that new growth. You see the new growth there from this year? See that little light green bit there?
Very, very soft and juicy.
Yeah. There. That's the bit that the deer nibble off.
They'll nibble that. The tree's then deformed, and when it grows
it pushes
bigger,
out another leader, and you've got a V top.
A big kink in it.
Hi.
So think of a roe deer. It's not like a sheep or a cow. It's just out there in the wild, nibbling on whatever it needs.
Feeder.
Yeah, it's a herbal feeder, and it nibbles on whatever it needs. It must be 10 years ago. I was training hard for running, for fell running. The liver is packed full of nutrients, absolutely packed. And I had this liver when I was feeling quite depleted, and it was like being turbocharged. It was one of those epiphany moments in my life, really. And I'm quite boring about it because I always tell people, oh, you've got to eat venison liver because it's so good for you. It is so good for you. Richard loves using roe deer, and more so than red deer. Roe deer's got a more delicate flavour.
So this is the Lowther roe deer. It still has the saddle, so the loin of it. Gregor brings it in, a whole carcass, and we push it down ourselves. And today we're going to cook it with, we've got some smoked yoghurt, we've got some elderberries that were pickled in a Merlot vinegar. I've also got some lemon thyme crumb, which we're going to brush this kai brock here, which is from the garden. So we're going to start by sealing the venison, a bit of salt. And again, we're just going to get a nice bit of colour on there. So we're just going to add a bit of butter, some thyme and some garlic. So we're going to cook the kai brock. We're just going to do it on the barbecue very quickly. Just place that in the centre. So here we've got the roe deer kofta, a little bit of cabbage just to make a little hat out of him. some elderberries that were pickled in Merlot vinegar. Just add a few of those to it. Little juniper smoked yogurt. I'll slice the roe deer. Nice bit of seasoning. And just finish it off with the elderberry sauce. So we try to use as many, local ingredients and what's wild and what's available at the time. So these roe deer, they're not, they're out in the wild, and with the management of the land and things, so every now and again we take a few for ourselves.